All right, guys, welcome to another video. We're just going to hop straight into it. So, rejection, it sucks, but it sucks only in your opinion about it, okay? Rejection in my world is an amazing thing. It is feedback that I wasn't expecting, and it lets me know that there is still a lot for me to learn and I can get way better. That's super cool, right? I thought I was great. Turns out I can get even better. Awesome. More work to be done. Now, if you take this perspective of I'm supposed to be great and I am just like a reincarnation of God, right, himself, any rejection is going to be just like a massive, massive attack to your sense of self. And it's going to hurt a lot, right? So if you are struggling with rejection, if it's keeping you from not even just talking to girls, but like the going for the job interview, right? Or, going for that pursuit, or getting outside of your parents' house. Like if rejection is that thing that is stopping you, you need humility. Okay. You need to be able to look yourself in the eyes or in the mirror, right? And you need to be able to say, you're not that great. And everything that you have because of your own doing. You are exactly where you deserve to be. So if you don't have that girlfriend, you got to stop telling yourself this fantasy about who you are and what you're supposed to have and how unfair the world is. No, this is just natural selection, right? You are getting weeded out because you're not doing the proper things. And the upside to that is, well, if I just start doing the things, then this isn't a problem anymore, but we spend a lot of energy fighting the things that we don't want to be true instead of just embracing them. Instead of, you're not even just like, it's like entertaining them. Entertain the idea. What if, right? Think about it as if it were a probability rather than a binary of a 1 or a 0, right? Think about it as if it were on a spectrum. And what if it were just more likely to be true? Just play with the idea. Oftentimes you'll find that, okay, well, you're going to end up in this scenario where it almost does kind of seem true the more you think about it and play with it. And that acts as fuel. It acts as a catalyst to get you off your ass and to go talking to girls and expecting to get rejected because you do know that you're not that great at talking to them. And, when you have that perspective, it's almost like you have a pep in your step. Like you're just waiting for the rejection. It's like, oh, I can't wait for you to tell me no so I can just get back to the next rep, and it's just like, it's hard to get the rejection when you talk to women like that, right? It's hard to like really rub people the wrong way when you are so open to criticism and negative feedback, right? You can even prompt them, right? It's called a negative inquiry. You can ask them to criticize you. If you're getting chewed by your boss, you can say, is there anything else that I could do, right? Just developing that muscle, right? That skill set of maybe I'm not the best and I could be better. That is going to be, in my opinion, the root of your fear of rejection, okay? And I mean, if we want to get even deeper than that, right? What I just provided to you would be an operationalized way to attack that fear of rejection and remove it, right? Just humble yourself. But if we want to get to the actual root of your fear of rejection, you assume that you're going to, talk to a girl and she's going to scream out loud and like 2 or 3 super buff guys are going to come out of nowhere and just start beating you up and just drop a big rock on your head and you're going to die. Like that's what it used to be 50,000 years ago when we were still evolving in the Africa savannas, and you just talked to, some girl in some family that just didn't play around, and the brothers came and just ended your genetic bloodline, right? And we live in cities. People are so weak, dude. We live in cities now, right? And there are people who won't leave their house for a week, and they wear blue hair and they masturbate on like fucking Discord calls, dude. Like you're not going to die from getting rejected. There's so many ways to stay alive, right? So the idea that you're going to like you have to understand the fear stems from death. Like fear is just the byproduct of your run away from death engine. When fear is present in your body, it's because that engine has been turned on. You're running away from death, right? It is not the same engine that will drive you towards a good thing, right? Fear will not drive you to go talk to more women, right? It's not going to drive you to go I guess that engine being turned on could be used to go talk to women, absolutely. But pussy, like the pleasure, the gift, the reward, the prize of sex never gets activated by your runaway from death engine. And mind you, that is like the strongest engine in your mind. If you want to get a mouse to, run fast and hard, put the smell of a cat behind it. But if you put the smell of cheese in front of it, it's never going to pull as hard as if there was a cat behind it, because that just engine in our brain is just so much stronger when we're trying to not die. Okay. And that's the engine that's at play when you're trying to avoid rejection. But it doesn't need to be active at all, because the fear is based in some like biology that is no longer the fear evolved in a culture and like a society which has been extinguished. It's a remnant. It's still there, but it's not useful. It's holding you back. It's difficult to say this about ourselves, but this is true. But we're animals. We're animals. And the same way that a dog loses its shit when you give it a bone, or a cat seemingly cannot control itself when you put a piece of yarn in front of it and you just wiggle it, right? It goes crazy for it. We have those same kind of like glitches where certain things, we can't help it. You have to assume that the cat and the dog are both aware of the fact that they are being like somewhat compulsive, right? The same way that we are aware that we are being compulsive, yet we cannot help it, right? We have to unlearn these very animal instincts, right? And you can almost say that the opposite of these animal drives and instincts would be virtues, right? These things that keep us reasonable when our genetics, when the circumstances of our birth drive us to be unreasonable. So learning how to be brave and courageous and humbling oneself are all very opposite of how we come out by default. But by doing those things, we almost set an example for how other people should live. It's kind of interesting how this life works. It's kind of interesting how we have been evolved to praise those people who behave the least animal. Right? There's a reason why we find value in those traits. I know this is supposed to be a video about rejection. We're getting a little bit deep, so I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up. My name is Malcolm Tibbs. I just love talking about stuff like this. So if you guys want to talk about this kind of stuff, find my Instagram, same first name, last name as the channel. Shoot me a DM. Give me some feedback in the comments down below. I'm a small YouTuber, so every little bit of feedback helps. And with that being said, leave a like and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.